a wow factor. It's exciting to see customers walk in here because they're completely blown away, not only aesthetically by what's here, but by everything that's represented by us.
It's great to have our customers be able to see the space that we have and that we're blessed to have here.
It's a really hidden gem. I think we set ourselves apart as a Hode Group of having this fantastic showroom.
Welcome to Let's Set Your Table, the food service and hospitality podcast that brings you the experts, trending news, and product reviews from across the industry. So grab a chair with your hosts and join us as we set your table.
Well, welcome all to yet another episode of Let's Set Your Table. I'm your host, John D. And with me today, it's kind of a special day. I have three other kind of co-hosts with me who are our teammates from the Hode Group.
Yeah.
Nick, how about it, right?
I know this is
awesome.
exciting. This is exciting. Where are we today?
We are in the beautiful downtown Chicago area, the Fulton Market district here at the Hode Group Chicago showroom.
And there goes the Metro train.
There goes the Metro
I don't
train.
think people can see that. But there's a train going by.
I love the Metro train. And, you know, the Hodes love to car down here. I like to train down here.
Yeah.
But we have with us Kerry O'Connor and Jen Katta. And we are so grateful that you guys are colleagues. We talk about you guys all the time. And thank you so much for joining us here at the couches today in our showroom.
Thank you.
We are so happy to have you guys here in person live.
Yes.
It's very exciting for us. So thank you.
It's great. We can't thank you enough for all you do. It's hard for us because we're kind of on another island in the country doing our thing. And of course, you know, that's where we do a lot of our work with our customers, and then we do our podcast down in the South as well. So it's great to be here with you guys. And we have such an amazing space here. We talk about it all the time. But before we get into that space, we want to give a shout out to our sponsor.
This episode of Let's Set Your Table is brought to you by the Hode Group Chicago Showroom. The Hode Group offers professional broker services in the food service and hospitality industry with over 40 years experience. The Hode Group's product showroom boasts over 4,000 square feet of some of the best product lines in the industry. So if you're interested in scheduling a free in-person or virtual appointment with a product specialist, please visit hodegroupshowroom.com. That's HODE groupshowroom.com.
Jen and Kerry, what is it like to get to work every day in this beautiful space here at our showroom?
Oh, well, I guess I can speak to that first. It's very exciting. I mean, it's a beautiful place to come, especially when the weather is good.
Yeah.
When it's not, that's okay. We either pivot, take the train, or we drive. But yes, we have a beautiful space here, open windows, and it's great to have our customers be able to see the space that we have and that we're blessed to have here.
You know, we represent lots of manufacturers inside the space of this showroom.
Correct.
Yep.
So do you work specifically with any one line that we represent, or?
We actually work with all of them. We touch on all of them. Whenever someone walks in the door, we're able to actually show them every single manufacturer that we represent, which is very rare.
Okay. Now, Kerry, what about you? Do you specialize more in, I always hear Steel Light, which is one of our great lines that we represent in our tabletop.
Yes. I'm primarily Steel Light tabletop. I love to dabble in furniture. And again, like Jen said, I mean, we're all very well trained and very well versed to represent every single one of our fantastic manufacturing partners that are here with us.
Yeah. I think we're sitting in a couple of our products, aren't we?
We are, yes. Yeah. These are chairs that were manufactured by Chicago Booth, who also does booths and tabletops and bases.
Yeah, we could see a couple of those in the shot today. And you just look around the showroom. I know people sitting at home can't see it, but I mean, just walking in here, it's immediately like your eyes just wander.
It's a wow factor. It's exciting to see customers walk in here because they're completely blown away, not only aesthetically by what's here, but by everything that's represented by us. And it's a really hidden gem. I think we set ourselves apart as a Hode Group of having this fantastic showroom.
I do too. And, you know, the beauty of us being able to be together and have this conversation, and thanks for, you know, obliging us to sit with us and have this little colleague chat.
It's a pleasure.
I think it's awesome. You know, one of the things, I've been with the Hodes now 12 years, and one of the things that I love so much about the Hodes is they're very deliberate in who they bring on their team. You know, Rich is a great leader who's now, as I consider him, the chairman of the board, you know, and, you know, Todd and Catherine have taken the reins over, you know, but our backstories, what I find, and getting to know you, Kerry, a little bit more now, working together more, and Jen, you as well. There's a lot of backstory with family and or work environments. But trust me, what I know, as I've learned through the Hodes, is we're all here for a reason, and we've been handpicked, and we're very blessed with that.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
Kerry, I heard an amazing story how you and Rich really kind of connected. You want to share a little bit of that?
Oh, sure. I was formerly, my formal training was with one of our distributor partners. And I got to meet Rich, it was probably a good 30 plus years ago. When Rich Hode enters a room, he lights it up. He attracts people to him. You want to be near him. And I could listen to him talk for days and days and days.
That's the truth.
What he's built out. And my dream at that point was to be part of the Hode Group. I didn't know that was ever going to be possible. So the day I got the phone call to join the Hode Group was one of the best days of my life.
Yeah, he shared a little bit of that with me last night because, I didn't realize that you were, on one of our key distributors, you were like the steel light point of contact. And I didn't know that. So, again, sometimes distance is not good, but he shared with me some of that. And he was as equally excited, Kerry, to get you as you were perhaps to come on board our team. So
yeah, and I just getting that phone call was amazing. I'd known Rich. I really didn't know Kat and Todd. I can remember walking into the Hode office that day, my first day, and being very, very nervous.
Up in the far northwest suburbs?
Up in the far west north suburbs, exactly, right.
The burbs.
The beautiful home office that they had. And the room was filled with positive, professional, extremely bright people with kind hearts.
Yeah.
And the room was just filled with love. And this is my family.
This is a family. And Jen, you want to share a little bit on, your connection to the team and how it all started with you? Because I know the backstory. So do you want to share a little bit of that?
Of course. It's night and day from Kerry's. I started with, knowing Rich and Todd and Kat about 10 years ago. We started in baseball. All of our kids were on the rookie baseball team in Crystal Lake and loved the Hodes from the first day we met them. Todd was an excellent coach. Just his demeanor, they're all about family and kindness and the children. And we just had become friends with them. And I was a stay-at-home mom working with my 3 kids at home. And when I was ready to finally get back to work, the Hodes kind of knew I was looking. And Rich says, look no further. I want to hire you. And I was like, dream come true.
Yeah.
Kind of like Kerry.
Now, what industry were you in? Prior?
Before kids, I just worked for Tiffany & Company. I sold jewelry.
Well,
so
there
retail,
you go.
yeah.
Retail. So,
and now, now you're one of our tabletop professionals.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
From jewelry to sometimes trash bags. So I love it.
Hey, listen, there's a lot good stuff that happens with trash.
For sure.
It's amazing that no one wants to talk about it, but everybody wants to sell it.
Yes.
Right.
Yep. That's true.
Because it's a necessary evil. But now, did Kerry train you a little bit?
Yes. Oh, for sure. Yes.
I learned a lot from Jen along the way as well. So.
I was going to say I couldn't have gotten through learning without her and Melissa. They were fantastic.
So one of the things, is this is a business to business podcast. We're not chasing the consumer. We're really trying to educate our industry professionals out there, our distributor folks that we work with, and certainly the executives that run culinary and hospitality. And I think one of the things that I'm so proud of is, Kerry, you and I were talking about customer service, and, I'm really on this whole customer service thing. But I think what makes us really special is the fact that we do care. I mean, that word, kindness has come out a couple times already in our conversation, Nick. I don't know if you picked up on that.
Oh, yeah.
But I think what makes us so good, I believe, and, love to hear some of your experiences on this, is how well our customers are treated in some of the partners we get to work with. I think it makes a difference, don't you?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely. I think that the beauty of the people that we work with at the Hode Group is that we all bring a certain set of skills and professionalism and true passion for what we do. We're in this, not only to help our customers, but to enjoy what we do. And it's a fun industry. Every part about it is exciting. And all the factories that we partner with are of equal mindsets. Everybody feels the same way. It's a passion. It's a drive. You want to help people. It's exciting to watch a customer come in with just a brick and mortar and then go back in 3 months later and see their entire restaurant outfitted with our furniture, with our china, glass, silverware, accessories, everything. And it builds that partnership that never goes away. I mean, that customer will be back with us every single time they move somewhere else. They open a new restaurant, wherever they go.
You know, I got to tell you, for when we do come in here for the National Restaurant Show and we bring our clientele up here from the South that we get to work with as well, the comments and are just so, they're so positive. And the fact that, once, what I've learned over 12 years is once our customers start working with us, they follow us wherever they go. They'll have the same distributor or a different distributor partner, but they want to work with us.
Absolutely.
And that means so much to us. So,
one of my favorite things is when a customer calls me for something that they know I don't really have access to, but they just called me, which is great.
Yeah.
It says a lot.
And sometimes I get those calls too. And, it's unique too, because sometimes working with just maybe one distributor or however strong your partnership is with that distributor individual, it's pretty cool when those customers do call you and it's like, hey, you got a minute, and it's just like, so that's pretty cool. But I do believe that's because we're Hode people,
right?
And Hode's reputation out on the street really stands alone.
Absolutely.
I think to touch on what Kerry said is I really think our team, we complement each other well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where maybe I lack somewhere, Kerry can pick it up. Like we just complement each other very well, working together with families. If we're, we help each other personally and business.
Because why, Kerry?
Because we're always better together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So true. Very true.
Yeah. And I know it sounds cliche, but there's so much truth to that.
There is.
Yeah.
But we're team sports people. Chicago is the home of such amazing sports history,
sports city,
and you look at the Hode background, and you look, we connected with the Hodes through baseball too, and we're baseball people, and I coached some of the family members of the Hode Group, and the Hodes had a hand on my son Nick and my usual co-host Nick here, who's in the business with us. So it's that makes a difference, I believe, when you bring that team together.
Absolutely.
Right.
Well, it leads into when you bring somebody into the showroom, and we had this discussion actually off camera and off mic earlier, where how many different lines do we have? Really,
how many are
in
here?
Chicago? Because
there's
going to be a question
I
after
believe
this.
about 30.
30
okay,
plus?
so
30 plus. Yeah.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
So
it is a lot,
when
right?
we have different team members that are specialized or maybe just tend to talk more about one product, we have the horsepower in our team to say, I have a client coming in, we have a customer, we have a meeting at the showroom.
Exactly.
I could really use you there because after I'm done with my part, they desperately need this, but I'm not as strong in it.
Exactly.
And I think that's what a good team is that you're building foundation on strengths within your players and within your teammates.
Yep.
And I think that, again, one thing that the Hode family, everything that encompasses under our company deals in strengths and also kindness and everything that we do for each other, which is backing each other up. And we're always there to support one another with professional, courtesy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, we're always in all of our podcasts that we do, we're always suggesting that if you'd like to set up an appointment with one of our tabletop consultants or one of our Hode Group professionals, our showroom professionals, please reach out. What, is we're kind of like just pulling this thing together here and having a conversation. What do you guys hear when most of our customers or, they come in here? What do you usually hear?
It's a great question.
Like, what's the
common
response
or feedback?
I think the first gut reaction when they walk in is, wow, I had no idea this is here.
Exactly.
Which is fantastic. Like I said, we're a little bit of a hidden gem. And in addition to that, it's a one-stop shop for a customer. I mean, we've got everything from disposables, carryouts, chefware, furniture, accessory pieces, china, glass, silver. I mean, it's the whole restaurant, and it's really a one-stop shop, which makes it very easy for customers. Nobody has time anymore.
Yeah.
So if we can get them in here, and even we fly customers in, we'll go pick them up, and if they don't want to drive to the city, we'll drive them down, take them out for dinner. We're very hospitable. So come and see us, please. It's an exciting place to be.
And it's not just like we're in any normal, like any old city in America. You're coming to Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
So if you do have the opportunity and you wish to come and fly in, There's plenty to do. There's world-class dining, and you're going to be treated with world-class professional courtesy and consultation.
Absolutely. Consultation. And I think that's what really sets us apart from everybody else. And it's great to hear that everybody's surprised. We don't get to come here all the time, but when we walk through these doors, it's a wow factor. Like you said, Kerry.
Definitely.
It's definitely a wow factor. And in a year since we've been here, since last NRA, the place just continues to fill up with more stuff, and it's wonderful.
Does.
All of our great lines that we offer. So would you like to share any great success stories we've had with any one customer as we kind of wrap this segment up?
Goodness,
Or
there's
maybe
so many.
a story.
Maybe
to
a
close
story.
Out a story of
A story.
about
Anybody
Let's see.
maybe it could have been even an accident or somebody. Maybe it could have been something from one of our large events or open houses that something turned into something.
Actually,
Go ahead.
sorry.
No, you
I was-
sorry,
you
go ahead.
got one. Jen?
I do have Kendall College. They had come in upstairs to steal light, and we were looking at plateware, and they got a tea collection and brought them down here, and then they stumbled upon Trendler. And then lo and behold, they needed tables and chairs, so they filled their dining room with our Trendler. So just the fact that we brought them down here closed that deal. So that was very nice.
Awesome.
And
Great.
they trust you, and we have that relationship, and so they call me.
Yeah.
What just real quick, maybe hopefully this doesn't go, I don't want to extend our time too long, but what's the power of what we have between the bar setup with testing and the kitchen with the full kitchen? What power does that bring to when you bring people in to test products?
Oh, I think it's huge. I mean, it allows them, and oftentimes we also invite people if they need to use the space.
Right.
If you need to have a meeting or something, bring your customers in. Come on in,
Right.
test it out. It's a touching and feeling environment, which is great. It eliminates us from sending samples back and forth, and but it's a relationship building thing as well.
Yeah.
And like Jen said, I mean, one category leads to another, to another, to another.
Yeah.
And before you know it, I've got 2 pages of a list of samples to send, and I got to tap into our colleague Melissa for the disposables end of things. And then we all kind of circle back. We did this with the VIG next door. They opened in October. I had them up at Steelite to pick out china, glass, and flatware. They came down here, and the owner walked in and saw our True Farm concrete bar. And he said, I want that.
I love that True Form.
And I said, okay. And I explained to him a little bit more about the process, and you can make it look like anything you want. He said, and within 10 minutes, I had a drawing. Send it off to True Form, and it's right next door. It's absolutely beautiful. But it's a
Talk
it's
about
a
a
full
story right there.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
it comes full circle.
So as we wrap, thank you for that. As we wrap up on this, can you share with us how the process or flow works when someone contacts us on that?
Sure,
Right.
it's so if a lot of times it's through distribution, and a lot of times it's just from word of mouth or customers that have used one of our lines before or worked with us. It's very simple. When they contact us, I like to tell them to prepare probably 2 to 3 hours, depending on the size of the project, because we will start at the Hode showroom, work our way through all of the lines here, and then we progress up to Steelite on the 8th floor. Otherwise, we'll start at Steelite oftentimes, exhaust ourselves with china, glass, flatware, buffet, and then come down here. And again, eyes wide open, they see everything else that they need in their restaurant, maybe haven't even given that thought.
Hence the one-stop shop.
One-stop shop.
yeah,
And as
it
I
really
always
is.
say, 8th floor plus 2nd floor equals a perfect 10.
Ha ha! Love that.
So
That's so
bad.
great, Kerry. Yeah.
But we did talk about the turnkey solution that we offer here. And even when, let's say that customer starts at Steelite and we walk them through there, they come downstairs. What we have is not just tabletop. You have back of the house and front of the house uniforms. You have outdoor, indoor seating and convention seating, banquet seating. There is buffet solutions. There is a whole, you could put together a whole to-go program for third-party carriers or just anybody that needs to leave their restaurant with food. Literally, any behind the bar, glassware, it's all here.
Everything's
so
here.
if you've ever been wondering if there's a place where you could just seek out and go touch everything, this is the place.
Absolutely.
And be handled by phenomenal professionals.
That's just like the icing
with
on
a
top.
ton of industry experience and a ton of life experience.
Yep.
So you're getting a really good, accomplished group of folks to work with, honorable, honest, full of integrity.
Yeah.
It's who we are. It's a great company.
Just very passionate about what we do.
We are. We're
Very,
very passionate.
yes.
Yeah. So anyway, well, thank you guys so much for indulging us a few moments of your time.
Thrilled to get to spend some time together.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. And thank you for all you do for us.
Yes.
We appreciate it.
Couldn't do it without you guys.
No, we can't do it without you.
It's a
really.
team effort.
And again, folks listening, please check us out on our social pages. Check out the Hode Group, and please continue to check out the Let's Set Your Table podcast. Look for our shorts out on social.
Yep.
We got a lot of shorts, a lot of things. We've done some cool stuff today.
Oh, yeah.
So please like and share those as well. But we're going to have to leave it right here. Ladies, thank you. Because we are going to do another show here in a little bit. But if you'd like to reach any of us here at the Hode Group, please check out our podcast notes for all the information attached here. And then please like and follow and share us, the Let's Set Your Table podcast. And if you're so moved, we'd be grateful that you leave us a positive review on Google, Spotify, Amazon, and YouTube Music, because we're all there.
Yep.
And again, we encourage you to leave us a comment. If you like the show, please let us know. We'd love to hear from you. And if you have an interest or you want to talk about a specific topic, drop us a comment. Let us know what you want to hear and talk about. Mm-hmm. We've got a lot of good experts here. We'll see you again next time right here at the table.
Please join us again for another episode of Let's Set Your Table. If you would like more information, samples, or would like to consult with the Hode Group, visit thehodegroup.com. That's HODE group.com.